a lot of people ask the question, or at least think the question in their head that are trying to get into resale: should I do storage units or should I buy pallets? You can do both, but starting out, you should probably, you know, kind of pick one and stick with it and try to get really good at that one, and then maybe later on start adding in the other one. But basically, you've got pallet merchandise out there, you've got storage units. Pallet merchandise, it's going to tend to be more expensive overall. Storage units can be very, very expensive. I mean, they can go for thousands of dollars, they can go for tens of thousands of dollars. But there are also always opportunities out there for under $100, even, you know, sometimes $1, $5, and $10 when it comes to storage auctions. Really, you're not going to get that with a pallet. I mean, the cheapest you're going to really most of the time find a pallet there's maybe 50 bucks. You might be able to hit a pallet auction somewhere and get something. I mean, I've seen them go for $5, $10, $15, $25, but normally most of the time on a pallet you're going to be $100 and up, if not $300, $400, $500. You know, that's for one pallet. Storage unit, you can buy a whole 10 by 10, 10 by 20, sometimes for 25 bucks, 50 bucks. And a 10 by 20 full of stuff is going to be so much stuff. You're going to get so much volume with a storage unit. For, you know, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck is basically what I'm trying to say. But also what comes with storage units, so here's some of the negative of storage units. You're going to get a lot of trash. All that over there, this is all trash from storage units. You're going to get a lot of this. Old nasty couches you can't sell, furniture that's broken and beat up, mattresses that are just too far gone. You're going to get some of that stuff no matter how good of a unit you think that you're buying, how picky you are. If you're buying anything at all, you're going to get some of that stuff. The stuff that you get, you know, it's going to be sometimes more messy. Look at this right here. You're going to get stuff that's dusty, dirty. You've got to sort through all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's all mixed up, mangled. You're going to get, you know, all kinds of odd stuff when it comes to storage units. Plus, you have to go and clean them out, or, you know, you could send somebody, but you're responsible for cleaning everything out. It doesn't get shipped to you. Pallets, they're going to get shipped to you most of the time. You could go and buy them, you know, from a place, and you do have to load it. A lot of times they can load it with a forklift on a truck or whatever the case is. But you can order them offline. You can, you know, an auction, whatever, and you can have them shipped right to you. Storage auction, that ain't happening. You got to go get it, or, I mean, you can always pay somebody to go get it, but that ain't going to work out because they're going to be going through the stuff before you ever get to touch it. So you're going to, especially starting out, you're going to have to do all the work. But the thing with a storage unit is you can pay $1 for a unit, and you never know what you're going to find. You can pay $1 and you can find a bag full of $100 bills. You can find gold jewelry. You never know what you're going to find. Literally, I mean, the opportunities are endless. You could literally find anything in a storage unit. When you buy pallets, yes, sometimes there's unmanifested. What that is, you know, it's unmanifested means you don't know ahead of time what you're getting. So you're getting, like, say you're getting stuff from Walmart, unmanifested. So you know it's coming from Walmart, but you don't really know exactly what you're getting on there. So you're kind of, you know, bidding blind, besides maybe knowing the amount of pallets that you're bidding on. A lot of the loads are manifested, where you literally know every single item down to the smallest little 50-cent item and how many of them you're going to get on there. So, I mean, there's only, if an item retails for $10, most of the time, I mean, you're not going to get $10 for it. You're going to get like $5. Yes, there are rare cases where something has been sold out at the stores and the values went crazy because it's a hot item. Those are few and far between. Normally, if it's a $10 item, you're going to be getting around $5. That's if it's not broken, you know, missing parts, whatever the case is. But with pallets, it's going to be more money. Your stuff's going to be, overall, your load's going to be cleaner. It's going to be a little bit easier to deal with. You know, it's not going to be as messy. You're not going to have to look stuff up as much. You're not going to get weird stuff. You're not going to get old stuff. So, like right here, this is a pallet. As you can see, it's nice and clean, but we still have to open up these boxes and kind of look inside and make sure that they're not broken or missing or the wrong thing. So you still got to do a quick look most of the time on this stuff. But pallets, cleaner, you pretty much know what you're going to get. Not a whole lot of risk, but there is a risk in potentially having a lot of broken items. And that's just kind of a learning curve on learning who to buy from and what types of loads to get. And you're kind of maxed out on what you can make. So if the load retails for $5,000 for everything, you're pretty much like $2,500 is that's the most you're gonna make. And normally for a load like that, you're gonna be paying, you know, $500, $1,000. So there's just not as much profit margin in pallets. But it is neater, cleaner. If you're, you know, if you want to just start out buying a pallet and in your garage, but you're not gonna have those huge profit margins. So storage units, you have the potential anyways to have huge profit margins. You never know when you're gonna hit that jackpot, but it's gonna be a little more messy, gonna be a little bit more weird, a little bit more, you know, gonna have to use your mind a little more, figuring out how to sell stuff and get creative on how to sell stuff, and, you know, and in which way to sell, you know, which avenue to put it in, which sales channel to put it in. So there's pros and cons to both. I recommend for somebody starting out to buy a storage unit, because like I said, you can go get one for under $100 and you can get a lot of volume in there, and it really teaches you a lot of stuff really quick. I mean, you start buying 10 by 10s, 10 by 20s, 10 by 30s, and you gain a lot of knowledge on items very, very quickly, because you get so much stuff, and the stuff you get is so diverse that you just start to quickly get a little bit of knowledge in a lot of categories. But the potential profit margin is so huge. And also for me, buying storage units, it's very interesting. It's like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're going to get. It can be exciting, so it keeps you more motivated. So starting out, for me, I would say a storage unit, cheaper, more jackpot potential, more interesting, going to keep you motivated. And as far as pallets go, then once you kind of get a business going and you're just needing inventory and you got money to spend and you need some, you know, to kind of help out your storage auction business, then start buying some pallets, you know, to kind of just to help it out and push it along and add some different inventory, whatever the case is, which is kind of what I do now. I buy a little bit of everything, but we've been doing this for a long time and I got a lot of space to fill up, and so I buy a little bit of both. But storage units, even though that looks rough and dirty in there, that's still my favorite thing. It's the most fun, and you know, there's nowhere else where you can go and spend $100 and then find one handful of something like gold that could be worth 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 times what you paid for that unit. Like I said, the possibilities are endless. You can literally find treasure. So starting out, try your hand at us in storage units, and if you like it there, if you can kind of get good at that and grow that, then you can kind of branch off into other stuff. But that's just my opinion, that's just my advice. Some people don't want to deal with the dirtiness and everything at all. They might just, you know, stick with pallets, or they could do something else like picking, whatever the case is. But you know, that's just my recommendation to start off. If you're trying to pick between pallets and storage units is the way to go. It's, you know, get the biggest bang for your buck potentially. All right, so if you like this video and you want to see more like it, then comment, like it, hit that subscribe button, and there'll be more to come. Have a good one.